Oh, Megan, it is Thursday, the 11th of March. It's the anniversary of the global pandemic proclamation. I don't really understand why today is considered the global pandemic anniversary, because it was Asia, Australia, Europe was already like way deep into it. But only until things started to hit the US did anybody decide, oh, this is serious. But old USA, uh, we're number one, and we are in disastrous coronavirus consequences. Anyway, we we opened the show, and it's supposed to be, all the other co-hosts give a personal recollection of what it was like at the beginning, or how they what they have learned through the whole process, or it's a personal recollection and connection to what's gone on over the past year. And that should fit right into your wheelhouse. You're actually asked specifically, make this one about you. Have it, give us something about you, how you have responded over the last year, or just anything. And everyone else gave a very personal response, and you punt and you say, oh, I echo everything that everybody else has been saying. Well, your experience wasn't the same as those other ladies, so it can't take that. You can't just usurp their personal experience and co-opt it for your own. That's not. And then you just give some generic like stump speech about essential workers and stuff, which I don't believe you. Like, I'm fairly confident when you go into a restaurant, you are not the server's favorite guest. You are either condescending and demanding and entitled, like you usually are, or you're overly chummy to the point where you're actually in the way of the server actually getting to do their job. Either way, I'm sure you're terrible. Then we talk to Chuck Schumer, and the segment opened talking about the historic coronavirus relief bill that was passed and that Joe Biden signed into law today. That the same bill that earlier this week you said was full of pork, and it was a Democrat's fever dream, and you're over it today, la 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 la, over it today, like a petulant little shitty child. And Joy got a nice little stab in there by asking Senate Majority Leader Schumer, what do you say to the Republicans who say this is filled with pork? That was directed right at you, Megan. Right at you. And he went on to say, all the wonderful things that are in the bill, all the things that it'll do. There's great economic recovery, and that's actually helping, 80% of Americans, meaning not the wealthy. And so you get your opportunity to ask a question, and you don't double down on that, or dive any further into something you were so adamant about earlier in the week. And I don't know how the questions get distributed among you ladies, or how much choice you get in what you get to ask. I would assume you'd have a little more control than not, but I don't know. And you ask a question about Cuomo and the nursing home scandal, which I get it. You've got that personal connection because your friend, blah, 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 and Cuomo's an evil, what did you call him? Evil ghoul. But I don't know why you asked the question, other than just to bring his terrible policy and then the fact that he tried to cover it up. But you didn't even talk about the fact that he tried to cover it up, really. Um, or maybe you did. I don't remember. But other than just to bring it up again so that it's, it's mentioned, I don't know why you asked the question, because you know the answer is going to be they're doing a full investigation. Whatever that investigation finds, we'll deal with that. And then you followed that up when you ask a second question with Schumer about children at the border. And again, I don't know why you asked the question, because you got the same answer you got from Jen Psaki, which is we inherited a shitty mess. We're trying to untangle it. And it's taking longer, and it's harder than we expected because it's worse than what we thought. Remember, there was no transition team. So, he's literally working from what he's known for the last 6 weeks, meaning President Biden and his whole team that he's had to assemble very quickly. So Schumer gave a good answer about, they inherited a mess. They're trying to sort it out. And if things don't progress, he will get vocal about it. And he will, because Democrats will hold other Democrats accountable, as opposed to all of your tribal Republican bullshit where you'll take the grab him by the pussy guy and be like, no, he's great. He's our guy. We'll defend him. That's all lies. Fuck off. That tribal business with the Republicans is toxic, and it looks like it's going to get you in some trouble because things are looking rough out there these days for your team, Megan. And what else did we learn today? Oh, maybe Flavortown isn't the only place you like to eat, because you sure do have a thing for Wesley Snipes. I have to say, he was much funnier than I expected him to be. I don't think I've ever seen him on an interview before. But yeah, you are all giddy about Mr. Snipes. And To Wong Fu is your favorite movie of all time because watching straight men dress and drag is hilarious to you? Megan. Now, if you want to watch straight men dress and drag of that era and that ilk, the far superior film is Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. But maybe you don't like that one because it's foreign.